हेलो बच्चों, तो कैसे हैं आप लोग। तो आज का हमारा टॉपिक द राइज ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंस इन B2B 10 टाइमलेस एग्जांपल्स ऑफ B2B इन्फ्लुएंसर मार्केटिंग के बारे में है। तो वीडियो स्टार्ट करते हैं। From AI overviews on Google to many of the business applications we use every day, AI is changing how business information is discovered, consumed, and acted on in a way that few could have imagined just a few years ago. This the rise of AI tools and content B2B marketers face an interesting paradox. Trust is harder to earn, but more important than ever, buyers are turning out generic brand and AI generated content and turning into the voice their trust that speak their language, share their languages, challenges, and tell stories they can relate to. This is the where influencer marketing is playing an increasingly important role for B2B companies to humanize the brand by working with influencers to inspire creativity and drive more meaningful versus mechanical engagement. With engagement comes connection and the trust needed to take action. So, what does an action inspiring B2B marketing influencer campaign look like from Livonos late night tech talk show to Sprinkles social versus masterclass and LinkedIn's MY marketing storytelling institute? Each of these programs learn into storytelling versus selling. These campaigns also share a simple truth: influence in B2B is about connection. It's also about making complex ideas relatable and human, and when done right, influencer marketing for B2B can win the hearts and minds of your customers as well as drive business results. Lenovo late night IT after hours tech talk shows approach. Lenovo created Late Night IT, a first of its kind after hours tech talk show web series hosted by futurist and comedian Bertrand Truston. The show featured and episodes with tech industry leaders as guests that turned complex IT topics into entertaining, easily understand conversations. Lenovo promoted the series across paid, owned, and earned social channels to engage IT decision makers in a fresh, humorous way. Results: the campaign and outperformed benchmarks significantly, generating 300 million impressions, 70% above industry norm, and 72 million video views. 11x the benchmark. It also lifted brand consideration by 7 points and attracted instant trust from thousands of large enterprises. The series became so popular that a major TV network picked it up for a summer broadcast. Sprinkle across the social verse influencer market class. Approach customer experience platform. Sprinkle teamed with a top rank marketing to launch across the social verse a documentary style masterclass event hosted by respected social media thought leaders. Influencers like Anne Handley, Jay Bayer, Mary Smith, and senior executives from Sprinkle were featured in the end video. Mary's sessions demonstrating Sprinkle's view AI integrated social self-serve product. The fully integrated campaign included a virtual event on social media day, influencer lead video content, blogs, emails, and extensive social amplifications by the influencers, Sprinkle, and even a partner organization. Results: the social words campaign was a resounding success globally. It attracted over 5,000 registrations from B2B marketers across North America, EMEA, APAC, and MEA regions. Promotions by the influencers, organic and paid social posts lead to 23.4 million in reach and nearly 10,000 engagements for existing benchmarks. The campaign also generated a strong pipeline of qualified leads, contributing to new revenue and was internally held as a sprinkle campaign of the year. LinkedIn number my marketing story social campaign approach to humanize its brand and boost engagement. LinkedIn Marketing Solutions worked with the top ranked marketing on a social first influencer campaign called My Marketing Story. And a parallel my sales story marketing LinkedIn invited respected industry influencers to share proposal career stories, struggles, and lessons directly on LinkedIn showcase pages rather than its off-site content is always on program leveraged influencers automate authentic video voices to reach marketers and sell successes in channel with LinkedIn encouraging dialogue thought tags, hashtags, and interactive post result. The campaign exceeded all benchmarks for LinkedIn social content influencers post saw plus 239% reactions and plus 348% comments above average with the shares of 150%. Every participating influencer actively promoted the content 100% activation rate extending the campaign reach by an estimated 5.84 million beyond LinkedIn on audience. The program not only drove massive on platform engagement but also strengthened long-term relationships with 75% plus industry influencer for LinkedIn. Dell Data Product Paradox Research Report approach. Well, its technology is teamed with a top rank marketing to amplify its data paradox research report in partnership with industry influencers. The campaign centered on an interactive e-book highlighting the study's finding with a commentary from 8 tech industry influencers to drive awareness and lead gen among CIOs and IT leaders. Dell executed a multi-layer content strategy board reaching thought leadership post plus niche funnel deep assets all promoted thought 39 social posts on Dell channels and videos using the hashtag number data paradox with coordinated shares by the influencers. Result but the influencer content achieved 2x higher engagement than previous campaign, driving over 80,000 landing page views, 276% of the period benchmark on social media channels. The campaign generated 1.7 million plus impressions. Thought influencers shares Dells on post saw 1.1k clicks and 1.6k interactions, and the campaign significantly defined influencer relationships for Dell's brand. Adobe Analytics champions campaign approach. Adobe mastering marketing cloud executed on EMA wide influencer content campaign to promote its analytics and customer experience solutions. Top rank marketing helped Adobe list several prominent data and martech expert, e.g. Ronald and Elon Bernard Mar, Neil Hughes, David Rapp to contribute insights for a flagship content piece and in-depth guide per ebook. This influencer hero assets was then amplified thought, a mix of paid, mad, and organic tactics, including the influencers sharing it with their networks, targeted LinkedIn ads, and email aimed at 900 plus target accounts in Europe. Results by taking incredible industry voices, the campaign boosted engagement for Adobe around its analytics and customer experience solutions. The influencer driven content generated 2x the engagement of Adobe and typical campaigns and 150% more LinkedIn from completions lead captures than previous experts. The Adobe marketing team allowed the program success, nothing that the influencer collaboration effectively expanded reach and drove audience interest and Adobe's tactic analytics portfolio. SAP Tech Unknown B2B podcast. Approach. SAP launched Tech Unknown, a branded B2B podcast to engage multiple niche audiences on emerging technology topics to add authority and broaden its reach. SAP worked with top rank marketing to organize and produce the podcast as well as integrate industry influencers and internal experts as guest voices throughout the podcast episodes. The content strategy positioned the podcast as an influencer hub where an influencer host drama MC clearly interviewed thought leaders and clients to discuss trends, AI, AIoT, etc. And SAP is in turn leveraged the influencer host and guest following via social shares and featured them in related blog content. Results. The influencer in first podcast paid off in booth engagement and reach compared to its previous session. Then Tech Unknown saw a 66% increase in and download and achieved 101% above the industry leverage download rate for enterprise podcast rank thanks to extensive sharing by the featured experts. The podcast content has amassed over 52 million impressions via social media. This not only drove brand awareness for SAP expertise but also helped position its executives, client and influencer partners go to authorities in their fields. आज की वीडियो में इतना ही। बाकी मज़ीद वीडियोस देखने के लिए आप मेरे चैनल सब्सक्राइब करें। शुक्रिया।